Hey foodies! Welcome back to Cart2Kusina Las Vegas. I know it's been a while since my last vlog, but I'm so excited to be back again and sharing my foodie adventures. Today's episode is extra special because it's inspired by a friend of mine. Shout out to my Vietnamese friend Tracy, who first introduced me to the amazing world of Chicken Pho. When I told her that I wanted to try making at home, she didn't just give me the recipe, she actually went out and bought all the ingredients to make it happen. Tracy, if you're watching this video, thank you so much for sharing your culture. So today I'm taking you along as I shop for the same ingredients here at two SF markets in Las Vegas. This recipe is my way of saying thanks to all of you and to all the amazing cooks who inspire us to try something new. Here is our complete shopping list for our Chicken Pho recipe. Let's get inside the SF Market located at 5115 Spring Mountain Road. Let's start with the essentials for the broth. The secret to a rich pho is in the chicken and the spices. First, we'll need to grab some fresh produce for our broth and toppings. We'll need turnip or Kohlrabi, daikon, nogai or Vietnamese coriander, green onions, cilantro, and Thai basil. They don't have a fresh big bag of bean sprouts here, so we'll have to check out the other SF market. Next, let's get a whole brown chicken. I'm going for free-range chicken for deeper flavor. Don't forget, we're also gonna need chicken bones and the necks for the extra boost in the broth. Now, the star of the show, pho noodles. I prefer the fresh ones than the dried ones, and you'll see the difference once you try it. Now let's head to the dry goods area. Of course, my favorite brand of fish sauce, the 3 Crabs. We'll also need the rock sugar. Since I can't find all the other ingredients that I need for a pho recipe, I'm going to the other SF market, hopefully to complete our shopping list. This is the Shun Fat Supermarket located at Pacific Asia Plaza in Spring Mountain Road. This store has more selection when it comes to fresh produce, as you can see, showing you the prices on some of the pho ingredients so you can compare where's the lowest prices. They also have the different sizes of bean sprouts that I'm looking for, so I'm gonna grab one here. Pho isn't pho without these spices. This pack includes tor anise, cinnamon sticks, cloves, coriander seeds, and the cloth bag. To complete our broth, we're also gonna need this chicken pho soup base. For more flavor, my friend Tracy gave me her secret seasoning, which is the mushroom seasoning, and you can use this for both chicken or beef pho recipe. And that's it. We got everything we need. Now it's time to head back to my cucina and let's start cooking. They say making pho is an art, but let's be real, it's also a test of patience. So how long does it take to prep everything? Let's see. Step 1, herbs, easy peasy, chop chop, done in 10 minutes. If you're a master chef, then these can probably be done in 2 minutes. That's all done, so let's set these aside. Step 2, root veggies. Peel, slice, and try not to take a finger with it. 10 minutes or more if you forgot to sharpen your knife. Step 3, charring onions and ginger. How long? Until your smoke alarm thinks you're up to no good. Step 4, toasting the spices. About after 2 minutes, your kitchen should smell like a fancy Vietnamese restaurant. If it smells like a burnt toast disaster, you messed up, so you may need to start all over again. Once the spices are perfectly toasted, they're ready to infuse our pho with that signature depth of flavor by putting it inside the bag. Total time, about 25 minutes. Unless you got distracted by TikTok, just like my daughter whenever she bakes, then who knows? Before we start building our broth, we need to give our chicken and bones a proper cleanse. A quick rinse will remove any excess blood, bone fragments, and impurities. Think of this as a spa treatment, but for our flavor. The cleaner the ingredients, the clearer and more refined our final broth will be. Give the chicken a thorough rinse under cold running water, making sure to remove any excess residue. We want deep flavor, not unnecessary cloudiness. And don't forget the bones. These will be the backbone, literally, of a rich aromatic pho broth. Now that our chicken and bones are prepped and pristine, they're ready for the next step, building layers of flavor in the perfect pho broth. Time to build the foundation of our pho. In the pot, we drop in our beautifully charged onion, ginger, and a bag of toasted spices because that deep aromatic flavor doesn't happen by itself. Next, in goes our chicken and bones, the real MVPs of this broth. Before we let this simmer to perfection, we'll need to season it properly. I'm using about 16-quart pot, so adjust your seasoning accordingly. First, I'm using about half cup of mushroom seasoning. Think of this as a secret weapon for our next level of umami. Next, about 5 cubes of rock sugar. No, this won't make the broth sweet, it just balances all the flavors like a pro. Now, we're gonna add our chicken pho base powder for that extra depth of flavor that brings everything together. Now, let's turn on the stove and bring this to gentle simmer. As the broth begins to bubble, you'll start to see some foamy grayish bits floating to the surface. Grab a fine mesh skimmer or a large spoon and start skimming off the gunk. Think of this as a step as giving your broth a little facial. We're removing all excess so it stays clear and pure. You'll need to keep an eye on this for the first 30 minutes, skimming every few minutes to make sure that the broth stays clean. Sprinkle of red chili flakes and about a cup of fish sauce. Stir it all in and let the magic happen. After about 3 to 4 hours, depending on the size and number of chicken, the meat will be tender and the bones will practically fall apart. Then, it's time to remove the bones and all the other ingredients, leaving behind our beautifully rich and flavorful broth. We're going to let it cool off for a bit. Once it's cool enough to handle, shred the meat into bite-sized pieces. This is what's going to make every bowl extra delicious. For the noodles, no need to overthink it. Just soak them in the boiling water for about 5 minutes until soft. Now for the best part, assembling your bowl. Load it up with some fresh herbs, sliced jalapenos, and all your favorite toppings. Serve hot and enjoy, and don't forget sriracha, hoisin sauce, jalapenos, and lime are optional but highly recommended. And there you have it. Homemade chicken pho packed with rich flavors, fresh toppings, and made with a whole lot of love and patience. Seriously, if you could smell this right now, you'd be running to your kitchen to make it. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't stop here. Check out my other vlogs where I hunt down the best ingredients, explore hidden foodie gems, and bring delicious Filipino, Hawaiian, and Vegas-inspired recipes straight to your screen. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what we should cook next. Until next time, keep cooking, keep eating, and keep spreading the food love. Again, this is Mayan from Cart2Kusina Las Vegas signing off.